Good morning, everybody. Term white. It is a nickname given by people who imperial era colonial powers will colonize dark-skinned people, Africans, East Indians, South Americans. I doubt the whites will call themselves whites. Especially the Germans, they are surrounded by white countries, European countries. They did not really have any colonies, so they are measuring themselves off from their own kind. Whites comparing themselves with whites. Napola, watch the movie. The elite school for Gauleiters, people who were supposed to run as leaders, as district leaders, governors, if the Soviet had won the war. They are matching themselves with Grace Blonde. Well, they probably would be using genetics as this right now if they had won the war, but this is carried over to the Koreans, who are the most genetically, racially aware of the Asian cultures. Anyhow, white is a legalistic term because Madame Chiang Kai-shek Mei-ling was called white. Eleanor Roosevelt said she was one of us, WAS, white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. They are descendants of the original colonists that came from Great Britain. So white means British people. Descendants, strictly speaking, people from the 4 islands of the British Isles. Canada is more pronounced. As you see, we have a full English system, parliamentary system with a Governor General appointed by Great Britain, and the head of the states is the Queen of England. The caste system from India, skin color, and the Indo-Aryan invasion series under Queen Victoria. These things are still alive, still pronounced, still in use in Canada. Ottawa is still doing this. Australia is less now. They are completely separating themselves from the Commonwealth. That's why we need visas to get in. So I can't fly into Australia without buying a established visa. However, unless everyone speaks English in the world, we're going to still have racism. We're going to have to deal with this problem now. Communism is not a solution. It is. People thought it was a solution, but still it is racist. It still requires leadership, a cult personality. Lenin, Marx, Stalin, Mao, Pol Pot, all these people. So fascism, I guess, is the best solution. It deals with these issues. It's pragmatic. Just categorize people into racial categories inside your own country, inside your own group of people, but not outside, unless you are into colonial expansionism. The white man's burden, idea that Euros have the right to tell other people what to believe, but it ends in sacrilege and blasphemy, with people rejecting the gospel and Jesus altogether. Remember what Jesus said about the Pharisees going overseas trying to make one convert. This convert is not going to be very good. He's going to reject the faith and be a child of hell. But this is going to have to be punished. Cold War weapons are still available. There's enough nuclear weapons both on Russian and American side to wipe out the world 5 times over. And it'll be up to God and the angels to decide whether or not judgment will be passed, and all these people should die and suffer punishment in hell. But that's not in my hands. I believe in the merciful God that He will do something about this problem. Again, the miracle of resurrecting a famous, holy, modest figure in the past to solve this problem, or something else, or person who has these abilities today to guide us, a charismatic leader. Still, the stigma of the Opium War stays. Still, the stigma of the Boxer Rebellion stays from the 19th century. Hong Kong is still Hong Kong, right? Well, Special Administrative Region. It wasn't totally incorporated into the mainland as a province, as a fully Marxist entity. It's a special. It uses money and capitalism. Ask any mainland Chinese person. He is totally Marxist. He talks in communist terms. Marxism is a Jewish invention. Engels and Marx, their ideas. Read about it. Communist Manifesto. It's still there. On the surface, no. They're using capitalism to bring money from the outside, so they eventually can be self-sufficient. So that was the point of thus using an old idea to do something new. Religion is actually worse on the mainland. It is seen as, remember Marx said about, Lenin said that religion is the opium of the masses. It only makes you feel good. It's like some kind of drug you take or smoke. It doesn't really do anything. There's probably no God at all. It's just singing and becoming part of something. But yes, you have to see miracles. The Jews looking for miracles, Greeks looking for wisdom. People on the mainland, Christians, mainland Chinese Christians are really looking for both. But some, very few, a handful want to be dedication to the faith. But that's the whole point. You need saints, saint-like people to lead the religion and make the thing work. Okay? Keep reading the Bible. Big heads trying to lead a flock of sheep. I call the sheep follow me. Destroy the shepherd, the sheep scatters. Message of Jesus Nazareth. Several apostles followed him. They fell away. Some of them came after, some of them followed him. But all of them were martyred except for St. John the Apostle. And it was carried on in the book of Acts and church history. A lot of martyrs, people dying and doing stuff for the faith. The categories of martyrs. It's a science. Need to go to the seminary to more actually read it up on the Wikipedia page. But remember, I hope and pray that China will return to a republic, original form, and not continue on this Marxist thing and go Maoist again. If it does, we're gonna have to return back to a 60s mode of thinking, right? Two Chinas, Free China, Soviet China, Taipei and Beijing. Taipei being on the Security Council as it was during the 60s. It's a different era. That way of thinking is crushed. It's a closed system. Nobody gets out and nobody gets in. You can go in, it's like Canada, you don't want to come out. Soviet countries want everybody to come in, but they don't want them to come out. That's how Canadian operates. The immigration system, a whole bunch of people come, it's a comfortable place to live, do business, but they don't seem to want to leave. And the British thing, our government, Ottawa, taxes them heavily. They get lots of money to buy new Dreamliners. And I don't know what else they want to do with all this money. Keep the system alive. 30 million people. It's a small country. It's heavy taxes, but we're not doing anything with all this cash. I wonder where all this money's going. But I have to study, and everybody has to study about this quickly. Anyways, nuclear threat is still there. The Rothschilds, the Jews that gave. It's actually Jews that invented the nuclear weapon, Oppenheimer. And those are also Jews that gave the bomb to the Soviet Union. The Rothschilds, they were executed in the 50s. Jews create and destroy. Love them and hate them. They do everything. They control the whole world. Those there, the behind the scenes people. The ritualistic, of course. Read everything on the internet about Jewish practices. Israel is still a puppet state of the United States. Previous Great Britain, before they were there, Christians were in control of the Jew area. The Crusades, the Muslims, and the Byzantines. I'd rather be under Christian control. The homeland of Jesus should be under by people who believes in Jesus as the savior. But that's the correct thing to do, right? That's why the Russians are going to wipe out Israel if Iran is attacked. No, not the shrines in Jerusalem, but Tel Aviv, the other capitals that are producing weapons. It's a mixed reaction from the Putin administration. The large, huge stockpile of nuclear weapons, advanced stuff, which can kill a lot of people and turn the country into this ice age. But hey, nothing's changed. It's just reworded and repackaged into something different. So everything's still the same in the 50s, 60s, maybe back to the 19th century. Ever since this weird idea of Marxist ideas proliferated. Very catchy. It's so catchy that Canadians don't care, even if their police force is so corrupt and paged online, line by line on rcmpwatch.com. Somehow the medical system that keeps them in, they don't want to change. Sit on their asses. But take my word for it. Listen to my messages and understand my political views. They're no different than the 30s. Fascism is kind of bad, but it's necessary to solve the problem that we're facing today. Okay, thank you very much. See you later, and cheerio.